at the Omar Khayyam courtyard in Bukhara. It's about 8:30 in the morning and it's just become sunny. Maitre is getting his hair washed after a number of days traipsing around the Aral Sea and the Kizil Desert. It's going to be a lot of work to get his hair combed today. This is the mausoleum of Ismail Samani in the Central Park of Bukhara, which was formerly called Khiva Park after the Russian conquest. And this is from the 9th and 10th centuries AD Samanid dynasty, probably one of the oldest and best preserved monuments in Bukhara. And the rest of this park has been taken over by a fair. So we hear Uzbek pop music and there is a Ferris wheel in the background, and also there's, as we have seen in the rest of our trip, there are no other tourists around other than us. And with us is our guide for the day, Bekhruz, who's very prickly at a suggestion that the Samanids might also be shareable by the Tajiks of Tajikistan. Ismail Samani's mausoleum is constructed in a brickwork woven pattern to transfer the load. It's a cube representing the earth with the hemispherical dome representing the skies. Interestingly, filled with Zoroastrian motifs like wheels of transmigration of souls and other mandala-like symbols. And Bekhruz has just used the word Otash Parast, fire worshipper, to describe the origin of some of these symbols. We are inside the Samanid mausoleum of Bukhara, and you can see the use of squinches where the cubical base transitions into a 8-sided octahedron and then a 16-sided figure on top of which the dome actually rests. And this is a architectural concept borrowed from the Byzantines and the Sassanids. It's a very Zoroastrian style of basing a dome on a cube, and these are some of the earliest example of squinches employed for the purpose. These are the original defensive walls of Bukhara, built by the Shaybanids in the 16th century. And there is one of the gates, and each of the gates was named after a ordinal pointed city. So this is Khiva Gate. This is the tomb of Ayub, or the Prophet Job, including a spring that he is supposed to have caused in Bukhara. and the conical unusual dome was built on the order of Tamerlane after his campaign to Konya Urgench, and it's of Seljuk nomadic architectural style. This is the supposed tomb and Chashm-e-Ayub. More of the construction in Amir Timur's time at Chashm-e-Ayub. And there are some wooden inscriptions in Arabic and Persian from the 13th and 14th centuries. Gusht Dukani. Gusht Dukani in Cyrillic, meat shop. And here it is in the basement. Street market in Bukhara. Samosa shop. A Sartarosh Khona or barber shop. More Gusht Dukan and clothes being sold for the winter. And Mr. M.
Say hello to Baba.
And Mama. This is the Bolo Hauz, which is the high pond. It's a Friday mosque for official Bukhara. Iwan style portico made out of Karagach again. We are entering the Ark Citadel of Bukhara. And I'm standing in the Registan Square. We are inside the Ark Citadel of Bukhara, and this is the coronation room where the later rulers of Bukhara were all crowned, including the last of the Mangids. And we can see a whole bunch of Suzanis that somebody has put here, probably merchant. And the Amir went to St. Petersburg, saw a lion, wanted one, and his artists tried to recreate one from verbal description. So it's a lion carved by somebody who did not know what a lion looked like. More of the external walls of the Ark fortress of Bukhara, where the Emir of Bukhara lived for across generations for many hundreds of years. This is Omar Khayyam wine, branded sake. And the rest of the lobby of the Omar Khayyam Hotel in Bukhara, done up in a very faux oriental Arabian Nights style. This is the Kalon Minaret of Bukhara, standing at its foot. And the foot is of course the Poli Kalon complex. This is tile work from the Poli Kalon madrassa in old Bukhara. Inside the Masjid-e-Kalon.
Planning decide here. But if to start with, thinking going to the highlights, but then you read more and more, and you want more and more, and then you realize that it takes. We saw in Khiva where tourists Khiva, it's a good place, but
This is the exterior of the Abdul Aziz Khan madrassa.
It wasn't right in the city, it was just as we were coming out of the desert at the end where those...
Because actually they came back in Tashkent. There were no stops in Tashkent, and they came back in 2001.